evening, and welcome to Flash Dash News, breaking news where we bring you the most shocking and heart-wrenching stories unfolding in real time. I'm Clara, and tonight our top story is one that has left the entire Gulf Coast reeling. Tropical Storm Francine has ravaged Louisiana, leaving chaos, destruction, and fear in its wake. This isn't just a storm. It's a catastrophe, and the question on everyone's mind is, what is the government doing about it? In an unprecedented turn of events, Tropical Storm Francine, which initially slammed into Terrebonne Parish as a Category 2 hurricane, has caused flash floods, mass power outages, and life-threatening conditions that have left hundreds of thousands of residents in the dark, literally and figuratively. As of early Thursday morning, roads are underwater, homes are flooded, and for many, there seems to be no relief in sight. Francine is the first hurricane to hit Louisiana since 2021, but the third to crash into the U.S. this year alone, marking the most devastating hurricane season since 2020. The latest on Francine's path of destruction storm has been unforgiving. After making landfall, its once powerful winds of 100 miles per hour dwindled to 50 miles per hour by Thursday morning. Francine, now crawling across Louisiana, continues to flood cities, uproot trees, and turn lives upside down. It's headed toward Mississippi, bringing even more danger in the form of life-threatening storm surges, urban flooding, and even tornadoes. We are talking about an event that is pushing an entire region to the brink of catastrophe. New Orleans, already underwater with 6 to 8 inches of rainfall, saw flash flood emergencies on Wednesday night. While the downpours might have slowed, the damage was done. Entire neighborhoods submerged, and local officials are urging people to stay inside. Some areas like Jefferson and Morgan City are nearly unrecognizable. And with 90 of the city's 99 drainage pumps barely keeping up with the torrential rain, one has to ask, why weren't we more prepared? What is the government doing? This leads us to the next question, one we should all be asking. Where is the government in all of this? While sandbags were handed out and a few emergency centers opened, the sheer devastation far outweighs the response. We're hearing promises of relief, but for families trapped in flooded homes and neighborhoods left without power, promises aren't enough. Nearly 400,000 people remain without electricity as of this morning, with AT&T and T-Mobile customers even losing access to critical 911 services. What is being done to fix this? Is this what recovery looks like? Scenes of survival, the heroic and the heartbreaking in the midst of this chaos. We've seen heroic efforts. In Terrebonne Parish, deputies rushed to rescue 26 people trapped in flooded homes overnight, putting their lives on the line. These first responders are doing what they can, but the question remains, how much more can they handle with the lack of adequate resources? Elsewhere, power lines are down, streets have become rivers, and the damage to infrastructure is overwhelming. In Terrebonne Parish, where Francine made landfall, toppled trees and widespread power outages are the new norm. Residents in areas like St. James Parish are being told to stay off the roads. But when your home is filling with water, where do you go? The storm isn't over. Tornadoes loom on the horizon as if the flooding and power outages weren't enough. Tornadoes are now a terrifying possibility. A tornado watch is in effect for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and even Florida. Swells are already causing deadly surf and rip currents along the Gulf Coast. If you thought the storm was winding down, think again. Francine is still a ticking time bomb. A grim future. More trouble on the horizon. If Tropical Storm Francine wasn't enough to handle, the National Hurricane Center warns us of more storms forming, including one off the coast of West Africa with the potential to turn into another deadly force. Can Louisiana survive another hit? The people here are already reeling from past hurricanes, from Laura to Ida. For many, this isn't just about recovering from one storm. This is about years of unrelenting destruction. Final thoughts. The government's response to states' infrastructure was supposed to be ready for this. We've been told that investments were made, that emergency systems were prepared, yet here we are again devastated. What is the government's plan moving forward? Mayor Latoya Cantrell claims New Orleans is more prepared than ever, but the scenes of flooded streets and powerless homes tell a different story. Where is the accountability? Where is the action? Residents are hunkered down, but for how long? Will relief come soon enough? At this point, it's not just a storm we're facing. It's a crisis of leadership. I'm Clara, and this has been an emergency update from Flash News. Stay tuned for more on Tropical Storm Francine's aftermath, and like and subscribe to this channel. Also remember, stay safe, stay informed, and demand answers.